Hi, this is Laura Morales. My position is a center attacking mid, and I want you guys to go subscribe to Juan Rodas's YouTube channel.
Gracias a todos, yo me llamo Juan Rodas. Hoy tenemos a la mediocampista de la Universidad de Arkansas, Laura Morales. Laura, ¿cómo estás? Good evening or good morning or good afternoon to everybody. My name is Juan Rodas. Today we have midfielder from the University of Arkansas, Laura Morales. How are you today in Arkansas?
I'm doing good, enjoying the weather. The weather is beautiful outside today.
Of course. And to start off the interview, Laura, if you could talk to us about, your upbringing in Arkansas, if I'm not wrong, and like what sports did you usually play?
I've usually played soccer my entire life. I did gymnastics when I was like 8 years old, but that was just for fun and flexibility and stuff. But other than that, I've always stuck to soccer, and that's the only thing I've ever known.
So literally only soccer?
Yeah, only soccer.
Of course. Entonces la primera pregunta es ¿cómo fue su infancia en Arkansas y también qué deportes jugaba ella? Ella dijo que su infancia era buena, también jugaba mucho el fútbol, también iba hacia el gimnasio, pero eso nomás fue para diversión, pero el deporte que a ella le apasiona bastante es el fútbol. What type of music and what type of food do you like? Because obviously everybody has a different taste, but you could talk to us about that.
My favorite, so the music, I really listen to anything but like country music. I don't know. I think it's just the vibe that it gives me. But the food, I like eating a lot of Italian food, like pasta, lasagna, chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, and stuff like that. That's my favorite.
So you do like country or you don't like country?
Not really.
Oh, you don't like country?
But I listen to everything else. I can listen to anything else.
Okay, for sure. La segunda pregunta fue ¿qué tipo de música y comida le gusta? En comida le gusta bastante la comida italiana, muchas pastas, y en el tema de música le gusta bastante, pero country no le gusta. Something that us the fans don't know about Laura Morales. Algo que nosotros los aficionados no sabemos de ella.
I'm a very outdoor person. I like to go on hikes. A lot of people don't know that. I also like to draw, and I like writing stuff. I have a journal, and I just write anything. So I like keeping to myself. So that's why I have the journal. So I just write my stuff out and everything.
Yeah, of course. Le gusta estar bastante afuera, a caminar afuera. También le gusta dibujar bastante. Y tiene su como librito donde escribe muchas cosas, digamos, durante su día a día. What part of Guatemala are your parents from? Like, are both your parents from Guatemala? And like, if you know what part of Guatemala are they from? Si nos puede contar de qué parte de Guatemala son sus papás.
My dad is from Guatemala City, and my mom is from El Salvador, but she's from Huachapan.
So you have damn near triple nationality.
Yeah.
And then so being born here, obviously mom from Guatemala, mom from El Salvador, obviously it's a mix of cultures, obviously El Salvador and Guatemala are very literally neighbors. What do you identify with more, because obviously being born here and stuff like that?
Honestly, I feel like I haven't really known my mom's family from El Salvador, so I always go to Guatemala more, and I feel like that's more me. Yeah.
And then how many times have you gone to Guatemala?
I've gone maybe 4 or 5 times. So, yeah.
Oh, so you've been there a lot.
I've been there a lot. Since I was, I think, 12 or 13. That was the first time I went there.
Oh, wow, okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
Entonces su respuesta de ella es que su papá es de la capital de Guatemala y su mamá es de El Salvador. También le pregunté con quién se identifica más. Obviamente ella nació acá y ella dijo que no conoce mucho la familia de su mamá, pero se identifica más como guatemalteca y ha caído varias veces, 4 o 5 veces hacia el país de su papá. What are your short and long term goals? Because obviously your career right now is for nursing, and obviously you play soccer as well, but what are your short and long term goals? Sus metas a corto y a largo plazo.
short-term goals are to graduate college. I like to have a lot of goals, big goals in my life, and my dad's always taught me that. Both of my parents have.
Yeah.
And I want to get out of school without debt. So I'm actually succeeding in that so far, which is good.
Yeah.
And for long-term goals, I think maybe let's see. I think it'll be probably working as a travel and register nurse, but I want to be a BSN.
Yeah.
And that's a bachelor's in science for nursing. And I want to travel everywhere. That's always been my goal, to travel. And if it's with work as well, I'll be able to travel and everything. So I think those are my big goals.
Of course. Ella dijo que sus metas son obviamente graduarse de la universidad en donde está, en lo que está estudiando, y también si puede viajar a la misma vez, estar trabajando por lo que está estudiando ella, y como dijo, a ella le encanta viajar, entonces esa es una de las metas que ella tiene. And where have you played, for the people that don't know? ¿En dónde ha jugado Laura Morales?
Well, I'm from Siloam Springs, Arkansas, which is a really small town. And I played high school there, and I also played club in a town next to us, maybe 30 minutes away from us. I played in a club called the Arkansas Comets. And I grew up playing there since I was 9, I believe. And I didn't stop until I graduated high school. And then after that, I went to play at the university.
Entonces ella es de un pueblito chiquito ahí en Arkansas, si no estoy mal, desde los 9 años ha jugado para el equipo de Arkansas Comets, y obviamente después de ahí está jugando para la Universidad de Arkansas. Well, obviously when you were like a little girl and stuff like that, and you had dreams, was there somebody that you admired, possibly your parents, possibly a soccer player? En su infancia se había alguien quien admiraba?
Yeah, actually, it was my dad. He always played soccer as well. He was like a soccer star over here. Everyone knows him for that. It was crazy. And I remember when I was born, my dad used to tell me that his friends told him that I was going to be a star. And then that's whenever I was like, maybe I want to be like my dad. So I actually stuck to it. And I'm actually happy that I did, because I have like my whole life planned ahead of me, which is good.
Of course. Entonces la persona quien ella admiraba desde chiquita fue su papá, ya que él también jugaba, y también jugaba bastante bien. Es muy reconocido de donde ellos son, ahí en Arkansas, y también varios amigos de su papá de él le dijo a él que ella iba a ser también una estrella. Entonces eso también le apasionó a ella también. What position do you play, and how do you like playing as an attacking midfielder? ¿En qué posición juega ella y cómo le gusta jugar ella cuando en el ataque, en el mediocampo?
I play center attacking mid, and I've known since I was playing in club, we had this one coach where he always wanted us to play possession. And it used to not be a thing. Like, it used to be like we used to play straight on the attack. And whenever we got our new coach, he changed that up real quick, and we started playing possession. And that's how I like playing. I like playing with possession. I don't like forcing the balls. If you have an opportunity, then yes, like, play it. And other than that, I like passing, playing simple. And yeah, that's it.
Of course. Entonces ella dijo que le gusta ir hacia el ataque, jugando en el medio centro, hacia atacar. Obviamente también le gusta tener bastante posición del balón, le gusta bastante en pasar, y obviamente si hay oportunidades, crear también. So right now, currently in your situation at the University of Arkansas, you're a redshirt, but obviously you still train with the team and everything like that, correct? Obviamente ahorita todavía pertenece al equipo de Arkansas, pero también si nos puede explicar sobre eso.
Yeah, I got redshirted because I was injured during my off season, and I still train with the team and everything, but the season's going really good.
What position are you guys in so far?
We got for non-conference, we just won the SEC champs.
Oh, so yeah, doing really good.
Yeah.
And then like right now, like when you're training and everything, like Obviously you said that you got redshirted because of an injury, but how is that? Obviously you were in Guatemala for a couple of weeks. How is that injury going?
Oh, it's going really good. I tore not really, I guess I sprained my ligament on my ankle, and I was just playing, and I have really weak ankles. I don't know, it's just been happening, but I was injured, and it's going really good. I didn't feel any pain or anything when I was there, which is good.
So we could possibly see you then playing for obviously for your team next season.
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Of course. Entonces ella dijo que su primer año la tuvieron que poner en redshirt. Redshirt es cuando alguien todavía es elegible, pero por diferentes circunstancias no puede jugar durante esa temporada. Pero ella dijo que todavía está entrenando. Incluso su equipo de ella ganó la conferencia en donde están y que ya se está sintiendo más mejor, ya que estuvo también como casi 2 semanas en Guatemala. What has been your best goal that you scored throughout your career so far? Es su mejor gol que ha anotado ella.
I remember in high school. Can I do high school?
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember when we were playing this conference game, and we didn't really know the team, but we heard that they were good because they were in a division below us. And they upped their division that season, and we didn't know how they played and stuff. And they were a really good team. And we were down 1-0, and throughout the whole game, because they scored in the beginning, and then the last 16 seconds of the game, there was a throw-in, and since I played attacking, I was like right above the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
And it deflected off of one of the defenders and bounced off to me, and I just ticked it into the corner, and we won. I scored in the last 16 seconds, which I think that's the most memorable goal I've ever had.
And that was to tie the game, correct?
It was to tie the game, so we went straight to PKs as well.
And you guys won it as well? Did you guys win the game?
I think we lost.
You think?
Yeah, we lost by 1 through PKs, but no, we lost. But
entonces el mejor gol que ha anotado fue en su high school cuando iban perdiendo 1-0 y en los últimos 16 segundos del partido anotó para el empate, pero lastimosamente perdieron en penalties. What has been the most difficult moment so far? El momento más difícil en su carrera.
I think that my most is probably when we lost in our state tournament. It was the semifinals when we were playing a team. We lost because we got scored on in the last I think 20 minutes of the game. And we had so many opportunities afterwards. Like it hit crossbar, it hit the post, but they didn't go in, unluckily. So I think that was the worst moment I've ever had, but it was an unlucky game.
Yeah, of course. El momento más difícil fue jugar un partido en semifinales donde lo perdieron y también, pero en ese partido habían muchas oportunidades donde ellos sí pudieron anotar, pero lastimosamente no entró el gol. Pero ese sí es el momento más difícil. What sacrifices have you done to be where you are today? You know, because there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes that obviously we don't see. Pero el momento más difícil. No, sacrificios. My bad.
I'm a very friendly person. I like meeting new people and everything. And I feel like whenever I had a lot of friends, I lost a lot of friends during the sacrifices that I had to make for soccer. I lost so many people, but there's a lot of people that also stuck around as well.
Yeah.
And that just shows you like your real friendships and everything. And I'm not saying that I regret any of the friendships that I had, because I don't. It just made me who I am and realize that some people will stay around, some people don't. But yeah, that's the only sacrifice I believe.
Él dijo que los sacrificios que ha hecho ella durante el fútbol es a veces la pierde amistades por el fútbol, porque obviamente eso es lo que ella quiere hacer, pero ella dice que no se arrepiente de ya no tener esas relaciones, ya que obviamente las relaciones que ella tiene ahorita con sus amigos demuestra quiénes son sus amigos verdaderos. Obviously, playing out here in the US and being in Guatemala, what's the biggest change? Like, how's the level between both countries? La diferencia entre el fútbol de Guatemala y el de Estados Unidos.
I feel like the level here is very strict. And I'm saying like strict, like you can't go out and like you have to stay in your dorms and everything. And then over there, like we trained and then we got to leave back to our homes, and then we started again where we trained 3 days and then you got to leave back to your home. And I think that the training over there is I feel like it exhausted me a lot compared to over here, and I believe it's because of the mountains that were so high up and everything that it was harder to get used to, but I got used to it real quick and everything. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad for that.
Yeah. Él dice que la mayor diferencia es posiblemente que acá sea más estricto, porque allá en Guatemala cuando estuve allá se podían, ya cuando terminaban el entreno podían regresar a sus casas respectivamente, y también algo que le costó fue la altitud. Obviamente allá en Guatemala es bastante diferente que acá en Estados Unidos, pero ella se acopló a eso rápidamente. How did you get in contact with the Federation of Guatemala to get called up? ¿Cómo ha sido ese contacto con la Federación de Guatemala? Can you not see me?
People that were the directors for the national team, and I was asking my dad if there's any opportunity that I could be able to go and try and play for them. And he contacted my uncle, and my uncle contacted the directors, and they said the coach said to send videos of me playing, and he would see if he likes how I play and everything, and he did. And then he contacted my uncle to see if there was a way that I could possibly come down. And I came down on October 3rd. And yeah, he really liked me too, which is good.
So you were there for almost 2 weeks, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
Entonces, la manera como se dio ese contacto fue que él le preguntó a su papá si había una posibilidad. Creo que el hermano de su papá habló con alguien que trabaja para la federación. Ellos le mandaron videos hacia el técnico le gustó, y obviamente ella estuvo ahí en Guatemala por casi 2 semanas. What went through your mind, you know, when you saw your name on the list, being officially called up to the Guatemala Women's National Team? ¿Qué pensó ella cuando vio su nombre ya estando en una convocatoria oficialmente para la selección femenil de Guatemala?
I was so happy, like my jaw dropped, and I was just like, I cannot believe this is actually coming true.
Yeah.
Like that's always been my dream. I've always wanted to be a professional player, and I'm glad that it finally came true and everything. And I'm so happy that it did too, because it was a very life-changing experience, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
Dijo que cuando vio su nombre se puso bastante feliz, muy orgullosa, algo que le ha cambiado bastante en su vida. Ella siempre ha querido ser seleccionada y obviamente se le cumplió. What has been like your favorite Guatemalan food? Su plato favorito de Guatemala? So I'm guessing your dad probably cooks Guatemalan food. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there in Arkansas from Guatemala, but like, do you have a favorite food from Guatemala?
I think my favorite is just to keep it traditional: huevos con frijol y pan con crema.
Yeah.
And plátanos. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Is there a big community out there in Arkansas where you live that are from Guatemala?
There's a lot of like everything. Everyone's over here. There's a lot of I wouldn't say that there's a lot of Guatemalans. Like, it's rare if you find some here, but there's a lot of Hispanics everywhere, which is cool.
Of course. What went through your mind when you were obviously on the airplane going to Guatemala? And obviously having that goal, you know, obviously being called up and arriving at the airport with that goal and playing for the national team. Like, what was going on through your mind? ¿Qué estaba pensando ella cuando estaba en el avión hacia Guatemala para ir al campamento?
I think that the only thing that was running through my mind was, don't mess this up. You got this. Your dream is actually happening, and we don't want it to go to waste.
Uh-huh. Él dijo que estaba, obviamente cuando estaba en el avión, quería aprovechar esta oportunidad, que no debía, pues de que se tenía que aprovechar de esta linda oportunidad que se le estaba dando. How was it, you know, putting on the Guatemalan jersey, the training gear, you know, like that must have hit different for you, you know, because like, wow, okay, like this is actually happening and everything like that. ¿Cómo se sentía ella cuando ya teniendo la indumentaria puesta de Guatemala?
I feel like it was very like exciting, like, you know, that feeling when you get I don't know, my stomach dropped and I'm just like, wow, I'm actually so proud of myself for this, that I accomplished this goal in my life.
Yeah.
And I thought of my dad immediately because that's his country, and I'm just like, I can't believe I'm like representing my dad in playing.
Yeah, of course. Cuando se puso la indumentaria, se puso bastante feliz porque obviamente estaba representando al país de su papá. Estaba muy agradecido con su papá también y estaba muy feliz. How were the training sessions? You know, because you mentioned that the altitude kind of affected, but you let's say you adjusted to it very quickly. But apart from that, like, how were the training sessions? ¿Cómo estuvieron los entrenos?
The trainings were good. In the mornings, we would train and lift weights for about an hour and a half. And then afterwards, we'd go straight to technical work, touches, possession games, shooting, and then we'd rest. And then if we had like training for 3 days or 3-day trainings, we would rest for a couple hours, and then we go back around 2:00, and then we train until maybe 5:30, which was very intense.
Yeah,
because you train most of the day. And then I adjusted to it real quick. It was kind of exhausting the first couple of days, and then afterwards you just get used to it.
Of course. Dijo que al principio por las mañanas siempre iban al gimnasio a levantar pesas por casi 1 hora, 1 hora y media. Después en la tarde iban a entrenar con ya sea táctico, cosas así, en el esquema del profe Eddie Espinosa. Y sí, algo muy intenso que a él le gustó y que él se acopló bastante rápido también. How did you, obviously being there for the first time with the national team, how did you see the level? Obviously, you know, because it's like how we talked about it briefly. It's very different from out here, but like, how is the level in Guatemala? Like, what surprised you? ¿Cómo es el nivel allá en Guatemala, ya que fue su primera vez estando con las diferentes seleccionadas junto a ella?
I thought that the level was going to be the same over here as it was over there, which I was totally wrong, because we're over there, they were very fast-paced. They don't like holding the ball, and they like passing it. They don't like being selfish with the ball, is what I mean. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing too. And I think that was one big change from over there from compared to here to over there. And I really liked that.
Of course. Él dijo que ella pensó que iba a ser casi lo mismo de acá hacia Guatemala, pero cuando ella estuvo allá, dijo que las jugadoras pasaban mucho el balón, no fueron egoístas con el balón, y que eso sí le sorprendió bastante y que le gustó también. Like, who was the number, or possibly like a group of girls that you got along with there, you know, that you possibly connected possibly more with than others? Like, was there a group or someone in particular, si había alguien con quien se llevó de lo mejor en las 2 semanas que estuvo allá en Guatemala?
Yeah, I met a few girls my first week, and one of the girls' name was Lisbeth, mm-hmm. and then the other girl was named Libni, mm-hmm. and they were really, really talented girls. and they were very friendly from the beginning. I'm very shy as well.
Yeah.
And they're very welcoming and everything. They welcomed me into their group, and then I met up with the girls from there, which was good.
Of course. Dijo que con las que más se llevó la primera semana se llaman Lisbeth y Levi, si no estoy mal, y que ella es muy reservada, pero ya con el tiempo y el transcurso de que pasó, se llevó con todas. Who was the most shy and the most like the jokester on the national team? Because there's always somebody, you know, la más chistosa y la más tímida dentro del camerino cuando estuve allá.
I think the jokester would probably have to be Livni. And then the one that was super quiet was Lisbeth. So it was kind of like opposite personalities, which is why I clicked with them so fast.
Yeah. Of course. Él dijo que la más chistosa o la más tímida fue Lisbeth y la más chistosa fue la otra compañera de ella. What during your 2 weeks in Guatemala, what did you speak with the coach? Because obviously you were new and he obviously did approve of you going to Guatemala, but like, what did he expect from you? ¿Qué fueron las expectativas de ella para el entrenador, el profe Eddie?
When I got there, we were changing up the lineup, and he wanted me to try playing defensive mid.
Uh-huh.
So his goal for me was to get the ball from one side and change it to the other, or change the pace of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it clicked really good, but defensive mid isn't a position I've ever played. Yeah. So it was kind of difficult to learn the position, but I got to it real fast. And it was kind of the same as attacking mid. You just stay behind most of the time on the attack.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, obviously doing that and stuff like that, do you obviously would prefer to play more attacking mid than defensive, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like that's just like how I am. I've played a ton of positions, but staying like defensive, I always want to be on the attack, and I always want to be where the ball is. And it's kind of hard. Like, it was kind of hard to stop. Like, I'm just like, I need to stay here. But yeah, I got to it real fast, which was good.
That's good. Entonces ella dijo que cuando estuvo, ella jugó más defensivamente por lo que quería el profe Eddie, pero a ella le encanta ir hacia el ataque porque eso es donde ella se sienta más cómoda dentro del terreno de juego. Obviously, they changed the date for the Premundial, which is next year, but which Guatemala is in a very difficult group. I'm imagining, you know, Costa Rica, Curaçao, and a couple other teams. But did you guys talk about this, like being over there, obviously with the other teammates and stuff like that? And like, what's the mentality going into this very crucial and important tournament? Because I'm imagining there, you know, that there are a lot of Guatemalan that are playing professionally abroad and that will come to this tournament that will help out a lot. But like how has that been? Y obviamente se viene un grupo difícil en el premundial el próximo año, pero ¿cómo está el grupo mentalizado?
The team actually seems very prepared. We had a scrimmage against a club team, and we did really good. We won and everything. And practice is different from a game. Like, the intensity is way more higher. As it's very intense during training as well, but you can tell that the girls really want it, and that they'll do anything just for them to get into it, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Él dijo que jugaron un amistoso donde les fue bastante bien. Obviamente es muy diferente la intensidad, ya que sea comparado a los entrenos a comparación a ese partido donde jugaron, pero él dice que se está mentalizando bien. In your opinion, what do you think the soccer in Guatemala has to do better? Because obviously both women and men's side at the international level, we always try to do good, but it's never good enough, you know. And obviously, you being out here, in your opinion, what do you think has to do better? ¿Qué piensa ella que debe mejorar el fútbol de Guatemala?
I think that maybe if, like, fast-paced, I like playing fast-paced, and I think that's the difference from men's and women's soccer, is that guys like playing fast, and they know the decision before the ball even gets to them. And sometimes girls, like, it takes a while because girls such as myself are like very perfectionists with the ball.
Yeah.
And we like everything to be perfect. And even though sometimes it should be fast and like get to the ball first, you know?
Of course. Piensa que el fútbol en Guatemala debe ser más rápido porque a veces en comparación los hombres ya saben dónde van a pasar. En comparación a las mujeres, a veces ellas piensan bastante porque son muy perfeccionistas. Pero ella dice que el fútbol en Guatemala debe ser más rápido porque a veces hemos visto partidos donde se ve muy lento el fútbol en Guatemala. So in terms of you having your Guatemalan passport and DPI, do you have both of these things? Your Guatemalan passport, si ella tiene su DPI o pasaporte guatemalteco.
I believe I do. The coach was working on it last week. And he said it'll take a couple of days to get to. Yeah.
So you will have both very soon then.
Yes.
Okay. Entonces ella dijo que ya pronto tendrá su DPI y también el pasaporte muy pronto. What would it mean to you being officially called up to this premundial, obviously coming up next year? Because obviously you might get called up. You know, I'm guessing you're still going to work hard in these next few months to get that chance. ¿Qué significaría para Laura ser ya convocada posiblemente en un torneo oficial con la Selección Nacional de Guatemala?
I feel very happy. As soon as I got home and my dad told me what the coach said, I went straight to the field and I started training because I'm just like, this is no joke. This is actually happening.
Yeah.
And this is something that is like a big career in my life and everything. And yeah, I've been taking it so serious. I've been dieting myself because I don't want to ruin my body.
Yeah.
So.
Of course. Ella dijo que ella cuando regresó acá a Estados Unidos, su papá le mencionó a ella lo que le dijo el profe e inmediatamente se fue a practicar. Lo está tomando con bastante seriedad, ya que sabe lo que se viene para Guatemala. Y también se está poniendo a dieta ya porque como ella quiere estar en su mejor forma ya cuando si puede ser convocada ella. What did your friends and family members like ask you like when you came back from Guatemala? You know, because I'm pretty sure that was a huge achievement for yourself and obviously that you made proud, obviously, for your friends and family members. ¿Qué le dijeron o preguntaron sus amigos y familiares ya cuando ella regresó a Estados Unidos?
A lot of my friends and family were asking how it was over there and how if the game was different from here than it was over there. And they also asked me if that's something that I want to do with my life. And I was like 100%, I'm 100% sure that this is what I want to do with my life because it's obviously a dream and it's coming true. So why not take that opportunity?
Of course. Varias preguntas que le preguntaron fue cómo estuvo allá, cómo estuvo el nivel y obviamente que eso es algo que ella quiere realizar porque ha sido uno de sus sueños que ella quiere lograr. What message would you give to the Guatemalan fans that probably will watch this interview? ¿Qué mensaje le daría Laura hacia la afición de Guatemala?
Probably, I'm not sure. That's a hard question. I think that maybe I know what to say. I just can't bring the words to like I can't take the words out.
Yeah, can't bring them together.
Yeah. I think a message would probably be that I'm the kind of person to not let people down. And once I tell them about something, I will accomplish it no matter what. So I will always try my hardest and succeed in the goals that I have.
Él dijo el mensaje que le daría a la afición guatemalteca es que ella no va a decepcionar a la gente y ya cuando ella se propone algo, una meta, ella lo va a lograr y que se va a esforzar bastante por lograrlo. So obviously, you said that you're right now studying at the University of Arkansas. Do you plan on possibly taking or trying to play professionally, whether it being in the United States, whether it being maybe in Guatemala or abroad? Like, have you given thought in playing professionally? Si ella ha pensado jugar ya profesionalmente, ya después de su etapa en la Universidad de Arkansas.
Oh yeah, I have. That was like my second thing that I thought of after I was in the convocatoria de Guatemala. I was always that was just like my dad asked me if I was going to play in a club team and where it would be, and I think that I would probably be somewhere here in the United States. As much as I like Guatemala, I think that this would be like a cool opportunity to try and play over here.
Yeah. Have you possibly spoken to agents, or like have you looked into maybe the after at the University of Arkansas? Si ya ha pensado en lo que puede suceder después de su etapa en la universidad y posiblemente ha hablado con representantes.
Not yet. Only because this has happened so soon and it was so fast.
Yeah.
That I haven't really had the opportunity to talk to anybody about it yet.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon that I will.
Ella dijo que ojalá pronto sí pueda empezar ya estas pláticas con diferentes personas. To finalize the interview, Laura, I want to thank you for your time. It was great getting to know you more, and hopefully the fans of Guatemala will like this interview. Le quiero agradecer a Laura por su tiempo en conocerla más a fondo, y ojalá que la gente de Guatemala la pueda conocer más y que posiblemente, primeramente Dios, la podamos ver en ese premundial ya vistiendo la azul y blanco. Entonces, muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Of course. Muchas gracias por ver mi entrevista. A toda la gente del mundo que ve mis videos, muchas gracias. Si lo pueden compartir con sus familiares, se las agradecería bastante. Si se pueden suscribir y darle like a mi video, mil gracias. Y los veo hasta la próxima semana.